Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Tea Time with Mr. T. Now, as always, before we start, we need to raise our teacups, pinkies up, because we are so very fancy, and we come in for the clink. Alright, as you can see, boys and girls, I am here, Mr. T. I also have my good buddy, George the Stuffed Gorilla. George, why don't you tell him hello? Hello, boys and girls. Alright, he's wild. He can fly and float and all kinds of really cool stuff. Alright, so boys and girls, I've got a wonderful story for you today. I'm going to share. I think that you are really going to like it. It's somewhere over, where did I put it? Oh, Mrs. Duck. Thank you. This wasn't the book I was going to read, but this will do. Duck for President. Yes, Duck for President. I guess she likes this one. Alright, boys and girls, let's read Duck for President. Now this is by Doreen Cronin. She is the author, and Betsy Lewin. She is the artist. Duck for President. It's flying overhead and it says vote. Running a farm is very hard work. At the end of each day, Farmer Brown is covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and other coffee stains. He doesn't smell very good either. I don't think he smells very good. The animals have chores to do too. Pigs clean under the beds. Cows weed the garden. Sheep sweep the barn. Duck take out the trash, mow the lawn, grind coffee beans. At the end of each day, the pigs are covered in lint bunnies. The cows are covered in weeds. The sheep are covered in dust. And Duck is covered in tiny bits of grass and espresso beans. Duck did not like to do chores. He did not like picking tiny bits of grass and espresso beans out of his feathers. Why is Farmer Brown in charge anyway? Thought Duck. What we need is an election. He made a sign and hung it up in the barn. Farmer Brown must go. Farm election tomorrow. The next morning, Farmer Brown found a poster on his front door. Vote Duck for a kinder, gentler farm. Farmer Brown was furious. He ran to the barn and found the animals registering to vote. Voter registration. Voters must live on the farm. 2, show valid ID. And 3 is being crossed out by Duck. The mice got together and protested the height requirement, so Duck crossed it off. It said, be at least this tall. And of course the mice aren't that tall, so they wouldn't be able to vote. On election day, each of the animals filled out a ballot and placed it in a box. The vote was counted and the results were posted on the barn wall. Farmer Brown 6, Duck 20. Farmer Brown demanded a recount. One sticky ballot was found stuck to the bottom of a pig. The new tally was Farmer Brown 6, Duck 21. The voters had spoken. Duck was officially in charge. I think I know why Mrs. Duck likes this one. Running a farm is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. Running a farm is no fun at all, thought Duck. That night, Duck and his staff started working on Duck's campaign for governor. Vote for me. I'm a duck, not a politician. Duck left Farmer Brown in charge and hit the campaign trail. He visited small-town diners. He marched in parades. He went to town meetings. He gave speeches that only other ducks could understand. On election day, the voters filled out their ballots in booths all over the state. The vote was counted. The results were posted in the local newspaper. Duck wins by a nose. Miss Governor, 299,999 votes. Duck, 300,000 votes. The governor demanded a recount. 2 sticky ballots were found stuck to the bottom of a plate of pancakes. The new tally was, Miss Governor, 299,999 votes. Duck, 300,002 votes. The voters had spoken. Duck was officially in charge. Running a state is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in hairspray, ink stains, scotch tape, fingerprints, mayonnaise, and coffee stains. And he had a very bad headache. Running a state is no fun at all, thought Duck. That night, Duck and his staff started working on posters for the presidential election. A duck for a change. I like Duck. Duck, making us proud again. Duck left his staff in charge and hit the campaign trail. He kissed babies in local diners. He rode in parades. He gave speeches that only other ducks could understand. He even played the saxophone on late-night television. On election day, the voters filled out their ballots in booths all over the country. The vote was counted. The results were announced by CNN. Mr. President, 50,546,165. Duck, 50,546,170. The president demanded a recount. 10 sticky ballots were found stuck to the bottom of the vice president. The new tally was, Mr. President, 50,546,165. Duck, 50,546,180. The voters had spoken. Duck was officially in charge. Running a country is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in face powder, paper cuts, staples, security badges, Secret Service agents, and coffee stains. And he had a very bad headache. Running a country is no fun at all. Then he checked the help wanted ads. Duck needed. No experience necessary. Must be able to mow the lawn and grind coffee beans. Duck left the vice president in charge and headed back to the farm. At the end of each day, Farmer Brown is now covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. And Duck is working on his autobiography. All right, boys and girls, what did you think of Duck for President? Did you like it? I hope so. I think Mrs. Duck picked a good one out for us. And I'm pretty sure we know why she wanted that one, huh? Well, boys and girls, I have a couple questions for you. Before we go on, every time we read a story, we should ask ourselves some questions. Number one is, who were the characters in this story? And you can tell the adult, if you have an adult right by you, tell that adult who the characters were in this story. Like, who was the main character? And who were some of the other characters that were involved? And what happened at the beginning of this story? And what happened in the middle of the story? Good. And what about the end? What ended up happening at the end? Good. And just tell these to whoever's sitting by you. Ooh, I almost forgot. What was the setting? There was a couple different settings. Remember, the setting is where it takes place. It took place in a couple different places. Where was one of them? So after every time we read a book, we should ask ourselves these questions. We should ask ourselves, who are the characters? What was the setting? And what happened at the beginning? What happened at the middle? What happened at the end? Right? Because then we can retell the story to somebody else, maybe who doesn't have time to read it or couldn't read it. You could retell it to them. But then it also shows that you understood what you read, which is very important. All right, boys and girls, that is it for Tea Time with Mr. T. George here, and I will see you next time. Before we go, pinkies up, cups up, and come in for the clink. Bye-bye now. We'll see you next time.